Well, good morning. I'm with Linda LaValle from Rachel's Hope. We'd like to be able to have just a few minutes to be able to see, first off, starting Linda, how has COVID impacted Rachel's Hope and the ministry there?
So, for those that don't know what it is we do to begin with, we serve various populations in town who are in need of a number of things. Some of the people just do need assistance with things like diapers and clothing. Some people come in looking for a pregnancy test, and of course we are a pro-life ministry and here to counsel on those life-affirming decisions. And a lot of people come to us because they need that emotional or spiritual support that they may not receive from other avenues, that they don't have family here. And we're just kind of here to be a little part of their family and help them through those early stages of child rearing. So as far as how COVID has affected us, well, when everything started, we did make some changes to how we operate. The volunteers were asked to stay home for a time, just to protect them and to also protect our clients. So I've been here just meeting clients at the door to fill their needs. Whatever physical needs they have right now, that's what we're able to still provide. Unfortunately, we've kind of had to put a stop to providing some of the meeting the emotional needs and the spiritual needs because we're not able to sit with people and truly have a conversation. And I think that's been tough. And I know that some of our clients really miss that. So we have looked at other ways that if this continues, that we might be able to possibly start addressing some of those needs. And it may be through Zoom meetings or telephone calls. I've had lots of telephone calls with clients.
But it's just not quite the same as that personal connection.
It's not, because there's something very special about being able to sit face to face with someone and allow them to just talk about what's going on in life, and also to have that opportunity to pray with them. And that's just not the same when you're meeting someone at the door or just talking with them on the phone.
Yes. And maybe you could help some of us understand. I would imagine that they're probably not, with many of the clients, many of them have been people that have walked in, so you don't have like a lifetime of relationship together. So that also makes it difficult.
Yes. So, and some of our clients have been with us for 10 years because they've continued to have children and stayed with our program. And with them, it's a little bit easier because they really understand and know that we're here for them when all of this is over. But we have gained new clients during this time, and they haven't gotten a good picture of what it is that we can provide for them and offer for them, except that we're handing them some diapers at the door.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's kind of a wide spectrum of what we're dealing with right now, for sure. And then we have a lot of clients who need an interpreter, and we're not able to have those interpreters here at this time. So helping them to understand what's going on in the world, period, has been a difficulty.
Yes. Well, Linda, maybe you can help us. How long have you been involved in Rachel's Hope, and how long have you been the director?
Sure. So I came to Rachel's Hope in 2015 as the Spanish English interpreter, and I did filled that role for about 2.5 years and worked as a peer counselor during that time, but meeting with solely the Hispanic population. And then in 2017, when the position opened for director, God really placed that on my heart, that it was time to, really step full-time into this ministry, and I just love it. So I've been in this role for a little over 2 years now, unless I'm counting wrong. It might, no, you know what? I am 3 years. Time flies when you're having fun. And here, of course, the phone is ringing, and this is the joy of being here alone.
Yes.
Is that I'm trying to fill many roles.
Let me pause the recording. You can grab that. Go ahead. Well, we had to pause the recording for confidentiality issues, but got to watch Linda in action. That was pretty neat. Linda, what are maybe some encouraging stories or some encouraging aspects that have happened during COVID, maybe that you could share with us?
Sure. So, a big question when this all started was, how are our communities going to continue to support the various missions around town that they are supporting? And we're very, very thankful and blessed that people have continued to support us during this time, that the churches have continued to support us. And the community, I think largely because people are stuck at home cleaning out their closets, physical donations in the forms of, the clothing that we rely on and things like that have just been coming in at a much higher rate than normal. So we've had a lot of work for the volunteers that are kind of on the back end of Rachel's Hope who deal with those donations. And they have been a huge blessing to me because they've just put so much hard work and effort into what they're doing. And we have had just absolute strangers mailing us diapers from other states even. I mean, the outpouring of love and support for this ministry has been amazing. And during this time, and Rachel's Hope probably has a no-show rate, so where clients just don't come when we think they're going to come, maybe around 25% in general, and I think that's typical of most agencies like ours. During this time, though, that no-show rate has dropped to almost zero. I mean, every single person is here when they're supposed to be here and really reaching out, so that shows me that the need is very real among these families. And so many of our clients are working in these, or have a family member working in these high-risk communities because they're working maybe at the plant. And so we've seen a lot of fear in some of them, but we have been able to encourage them and, kind of talk with them just at the door about God's plan. And about, wisdom and that there really is nothing to fear here. That so that has been encouraging. And the fact that we've gained new clients during this time gives us an opportunity when this is over to sit down and be able to reach those people who might not have come to us otherwise. We're just taking every little thing that happens as a blessing. And you kind of have to, because it's a hard time for sure. It's hard for us as workers. It's hard for our children, and that goes into my personal life, so I won't go there. We all know that, it's not easy for especially our older children or teens that aren't able to connect. But I'm getting off track.
That's all right. What are specific areas that maybe we could pray for, or ways that we could be able to support and encourage you?
Absolutely. I first would ask people to pray for our clients. I think that's the most important because, we have clients who have the virus, and that's hard because if there are clients, they have young children. And if there are clients, they're already probably in a tough financial situation and probably just, in a stressful life situation to begin with. And that's part of why they come to us. So please pray for those clients. And I also ask that you pray for our volunteers, as now we're just starting to bring some of them back in. Because we have to start somewhere. I do pray for their safety and for encouragement for them, because this work is always rewarding but never easy. And so they, I would absolutely pray for them and for our community as well, because our community plays a big role in what we do.
Yes. Well, thank you, Linda, very much for your time. And
welcome.
the phone call showed as we were on the phone. I know you're very, very busy, so thank you for the opportunity to just be able to.
Thank you, Pastor. I appreciate all the support from Grace. I mean, you guys have been a solid rock for Rachel's Hope for a very long time. And without that kind of support, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. And right now we're serving well over 100 families every month, which means we're touching the lives of closer to between 600 and 1,000 people every month. And you guys are a big part of that.
Well, thank you very much for serving the front lines there. And I'm glad we could connect. Take care, Linda. Thank you.
Thank you.